I fixed it.
Rob.
Everyone can hear now.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
met
I
Brock,
checked and
Goblin
I-
Barbarian Extraordinaire. We mentally scarred Tess. We found a room that can petrified things. We found a bunch of petrified things. Brock is unpetrifying one of those things. Alistron, the Modron, was there too, and also Lucan was there.
That's like the third recap we've done.
Because Rob broke everything.
I broke
Because Rob
everything.
broke everything.
God damn it, Rob.
I don't know what exactly broke, but something broke.
So,
That's similar to the issues I was having yesterday with the Zelda.
Yeah, it's
stream.
weird because
Yes, that's the
obviously,
words.
like, I haven't changed anything since the last time I streamed and it worked then, and I don't know why it hasn't done today. Unless it didn't work on the last stream and no one told me. In which case, that would be really
I
awkward.
was watching the last stream. It was working.
Oh, dear. Okay.
But yes. Anyway,
okay.
we're coming back to Brock over here.
Yep.
He's touched one of the pillars here.
Yep.
And he said the command phrase, elf magic.
That's
I
great.
forgot that was the command phrase.
And can I make a perception check to see if that thing is becoming unpetrified?
I don't think you need to, honestly.
I mean, you can?
I mean, well, the reason is if it's becoming unpetrified, I'll have an action I would like to take.
You can
that
make
act-
a perception check, I guess.
Oh,
I
man,
think it'd
what
be
is-
fairly obvious, though.
I mean,
Yes, but him
This is
bringing
wrong.
up him making a perception check
18.
makes the possibility of a nat 1.
Well, it was 18, so.
Yes, you obviously notice the thing in front of you is turning from stone to flesh.
I want to grapple it. I wanna
Why?
grapple it.
Why are you grappling
Because-
it?
Because we don't know if it's friendly or not. So
That-
if it's not
so
friendly,
being hostile from the get-go is your answer to that.
Brock's logic is if it's dangerous, at least if he's grappling it, it won't go anywhere and everyone can just gang up on it.
Well,
But if
to-
it is friendly, that's going to make it not friendly.
All right, question.
well,
Important
Yeah.
question. Is Brock's helmet working currently? Can I see it on?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna yell at him.
Because
Stop it, you
We
idiot.
only just turned it back on.
Good.
Well, Brock's gonna hear you yell and he's gonna go, but you say humanoid could be bad.
Yeah,
Make
be
mine
ready to do something. We don't want to end up offending them if they're not bad.
Brock is gonna be ready. He's ready to pounce.
Yes, and when you look back at the humanoid after talking to Aaron, you'll notice that while you were talking, the spell completed.
Oh.
And you just see a very confused and terrified, male humanoid.
Ew.
I just need to raise
He's a
sex.
very wiry young man, and he's grasping a short sword, but he was grasping a short sword in the statues. Rob, what are you doing?
I'm changing your volume. Chill out.
Okay.
Zach, you're way
let's-
too
let-
quiet today.
let's
I had
keep
to
going.
up you.
Brock is gonna shout at the male humanoid, name!
Okay. Let me just... The male humanoid just sort of bursts into tears.
Brock's kind of taken aback by this, and he's like, "Oh, oh!" He doesn't know how to deal with this. He wasn't expecting this person to just break down crying, and he like reaches over and like pats, like from a bit of a distance, pats him on the back with like the flat bit of his axe, and is like, they're there.
Can I make an insight check to try and tell if they're like genuine tears or whether they're like fake tears?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
What's my
And my insight isn't that great.
Uh,
I'm probably not gonna be no much help. 14.
18.
23?
So, it doesn't take a high insight check to realize, first of all, they looked scared enough when they were petrified. And whatever happened then to whatever happened now would seem like instantaneous to them. And they just wake up and there's someone shouting at them, "Name!" while holding an axe to their face.
Alright. Alright. Oh god, I'm not really good at the sentimental stuff.
It's alright, I'll give it a shot. Tess just kind of walks up to this person and making an obvious, like, show that she is unarmed to the best of his knowledge anyway. I can't do anything about my gauntlet, I'm sorry.
I'll sort of like walk up to Brock and kind of like gesture for him to kind of move back a bit, kind of thing. Just...
Yeah, so Brock kind of like looks at it. He's looking at this like weeping human, is just unsure. So he just kind of like takes a little step back, but keeps his axe on him, and is looking very confused.
Hey. Look, sorry about my friend. He's, very direct.
What did you bastards do to Cassie?
Okay, there's flipping a page, and then there's scripting the entire script. What the hell are you talking about?
Brock's gonna whisper to Aaron,
Is Cassie another old party member?
No, I've not heard that one before.
We were attacked by some creature, and the next moment I know I'm here. Where is she?
Well,
Is Cassie
Bass?
Badger? We found Badger.
Oh, I don't think she's Badger.
yeah, just like, yeah, Tess kind of goes quiet. Let's try to figure out best. Well, we found you in that room, petrified.
And why should I believe you? I'd remember being petrified, wouldn't I?
Intelligence check to see if you
I
actually
genuinely
would.
don't know the answer to that.
Brock's gonna say,
Brock not even remember what he have for breakfast.
Does Brock even know what breakfast is?
I just sort of lean over to Brock, you didn't have any breakfast today.
That be why I don't remember.
So yeah, intelligence check to see whether or not that's actually a thing with petrification.
Yeah.
Chris, you should maybe help me, because I feel like if anyone might know.
Nine?
Oof, that's
Well, Chris is uncertain.
Yeah, give me a second. I just had to reload 20 real quick.
What
Yeah.
check is it?
Technically that would... Actually, technically, I suppose that would be,
like Arcana.
yeah, Arcana.
Yeah.
We were just playing Starfinder the other day, so my brain was thinking mysticism, but that's not right.
Yeah, that's super not right. If that's Arcana, That is a 23.
You've heard that some creatures that have been petrified for 20 plus years don't remember it.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, I don't know how to break it to you. But you've been petrified for a long time. You can't remember being petrified.
Can I do some sort of like perception check to tell like if her like attire or something seems like out of time, if that makes sense? Like, does she seem like out of place?
Well, it's a he, but
Or
yeah,
he
you can.
even? Yeah, my bad. What's my perception check? That's an 11 plus 4, so 15.
It's hard to tell if it is out of time or modern seeming because the attire is very torn and weathered.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long you've been in here, but it's certainly been long enough that it may have had adverse effects on your mind.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
That was just moments ago.
Alright. Let's start with simpler questions then. How old are you?
Nope, that's too low. Ah, yes, there we go. 20?
I mean, I'm guessing there's some sort of generic year.
Yeah.
So we could just ask what year is it.
Yeah, that's gonna be...
Yeah, I have no idea what
Follow-up
year the
question.
setting is in, but like,
No, but we would.
We would know.
Yeah.
We would
Yes.
know. So us asking what year. It
well, maybe
is
Brock
to
wouldn't
then-
know.
Okay.
But
Yeah, Brock would be unsure. Brock isn't entirely sure what.
and to be fair, maybe you wouldn't know either, Ollie.
Yeah, because you're not from here.
Yeah.
You're not from this place.
But I would assume that you guys would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
100%, 'cause
I'd
I'm
also
from-
I'd follow that up with what year is it, and then
Yeah.
like obviously like the natives. Of,
Yeah.
We'll be able to,
me and Lucan
like,
would be able to
better
figure that
confirm
out. Basically.
Okay, so for full transparency, I rolled percentile dice to see what the difference in years is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He gives you a year that was about 90 years ago.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, I don't know how to break this to you, friend, but you've been petrified for 90 years.
Oh boy, that's
90?
This is gonna go well.
Yeah. If I were an expert, I would get you to maybe some sort of medic to have a look at your mind, because I'm not sure you're supposed to be petrified that long and actually out of it.
All my friends and family were human.
My condolences.
I'd like to point out that Aaron is 95 years old, so this person is like
Technically
Technically
older.
than you.
yeah.
I'd like to point out that Brock is 9.
Does he know this?
Yeah, I don't think he would. Brock doesn't have a great concept of time, so and
also
he's
means-
lived in the dungeon all his life, so he's never really seen.
Well, I'll put it like this: Tess is 7.
Oh, that makes sense. Brock is gonna say, maybe they fine, maybe they make it out alive and just very old.
Lucan will just look at Brock and say, Brock?
Me trying to be nice. Me no want to say they fucking dead.
Can you make a stealth check real quick?
No! That's that one.
So
So,
they very clearly heard you.
okay, so, alright, so here's what actually happened. You were intending on whispering it, but then you said, well, what me supposed to do? Me don't want to tell them they fucking dead.
I go to whisper it to Lucan and accidentally
You
whisper it to
to
him.
the wrong person.
Oh god.
The humanoid just sort of stares at Brock with some of the most despair and desperation you've seen on a face.
Brock sees this despair and desperation and doesn't know what to do, so he gives him a hug.
Goes to hug them. Oh my
Not,
god.
not with
Gives
an axe,
him a hug.
right?
No, the axe is on my back right now. I just give him a hug. And I'm like, there, it's okay. Brock lose lots of family.
I mean, it's probably true. He's a goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, goblin lifespan's only like 13 years.
Yeah, and what Brock doesn't realize is right about at this time, the rest of his goblin tribe has made it up to the surface, and
Oh no.
they're wanting to set up shop, but all the people on the surface see this as a goblin invasion.
Oh.
As I'm hugging him, my family are being slaughtered.
You
Yes.
don't even know. It's great.
Hey! Oh, hey, now you've got something else in common. Likely all of your family.
What's even better is that you guys called it.
I mean, yeah. Kind
Yes!
Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah.
Not only did you guys kill Terry, you killed his whole extended family
Yep.
as well.
You've killed everyone. You've literally killed everyone I've ever known.
Add that to the tally.
Boy.
In retrospect, we probably should have thought of that before sending the goblins to the surface.
Hmm.
Anyway,
So, yeah.
this human just, their expression changes to an expression of shock. They're like, they're just confused at this point. Like, they're just thinking, is a goblin hugging me?
Yeah, no, in fairness, that's weird. Although probably not. Also, this
Yeah, like this.
also probably not as weird the fact that the kobold's the one trying to carefully talk him through this, like helping him adjust.
I feel sorry for this poor human, like because like they've woken up, and, like they're confronted by a goblin, a kobold, an elephant man,
The fairy boys and the monster man.
two elves, and a mushroom person.
When I go with that one.
Yep.
There's something weirdly comforting about how buff he is. It's just very cozy and very,
Just like,
very.
Settling into his rock hard abs.
Oh dear me.
Brock's gonna say, "Who is Cassie? She girlfriend?"
Oh no.
We were gonna get married next week.
Oh, you missed that date.
Brock, please, for the love of God.
and Tess is just like, Brock, that's not helping.
Brock's gonna say, "Better late than never."
Well,
Brock, you don't understand. Humans are very, very sensitive to their short lifespan.
At this, I'm just gonna walk over to the Brock, pick Brock up, and move him out the way.
Pick him up by the head and just plonk him somewhere else.
okay, yeah. So at this point, Tess just walks up to him and just like just like head in hand, just like, okay, I'm sorry about that. I let that go on far too long. My friend back here is not exactly the best when it comes to tact.
Brock's like, I'll have you know I am very good at tactics.
I'll just move in front of Brock and be like, just ignore him.
Yeah. Tessa just like, yeah, no, see my point. Look.
Brock's huffing. He's like, me no see you giving human hug.
It's just like, all right, let's try to start this over. How much do you remember right before you were petrified?
I just remember we ran into this place to hide from the Xanathar Guild. Something chased us in, but I don't think it was with them. That's about it.
Was it a creature with many eyes?
I don't remember.
Why do everybody keep talking about these xylophone people?
At that, I'm going to pick you up again and move you further away. just stay there, and then I'm going to walk back to the rest of the group.
All right.
I'm literally putting you in timeout.
Well, question. It's because I legit don't remember what's over that way. We didn't see anyone that may have looked like that may have been.
There was only
could've been.
one humanoid statue.
Yeah, everything else was like a creature of some sort, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I doubt Cassie was the mind flayer. That one I remember vividly.
yeah.
Brock
yeah.
still thinks Cassie was the badger.
Brock could love a badger.
Brock is like, we need to get badger girlfriend.
So,
Hot badger girlfriend.
the humanoid's gathering himself a little at this point, and he's just like, okay, so where are we?
Dungeon of the Mad Mage, second floor.
Where?
I don't even know how long
maybe
this dungeon's been in existence for, so maybe it wasn't around.
Well, okay, let me try phrasing it this way. In Undermountain?
Oh, we're in the Undermountain.
Yeah, I would have thought that.
Like, we knew the Mad Mage had taken residence here, but no one called it the Dungeon of the Mad Mage back in my day.
Well, that's definitely what it goes by now, and it's pretty
Well,
appropriate.
What's the Mad Mage?
I'll turn around again. Shut up.
wait, your time out.
Brock is like sulking, legs crossed, arms folded.
I'll literally say, face away. Just turn around and face away.
Brock's just sitting like chipping away at the stones on the floor with his
But
axe.
you said you were running Xanath Guild.
Yeah. I assume since you aren't asking who they are, they still exist.
I'm not from around here, but as I understand it, yes, and I believe the correct to use it is unfortunately.
I've had a couple of run-ins with them in the past.
None of them exactly pleasant.
They were after us because Cassie was abandoning them.
I see.
I take it the Xanathar's Guild doesn't take kindly to people leaving in general.
Probably not.
No. Especially not someone with the rank Cassie had.
She was high in there.
I mean, that's one way of putting it.
Okay.
It's hard to say someone's high in the Xanathar's guild because the Xanathar himself is the only one who really holds any sort of say. It's more Cassie was on the Xanathar's list of people to not disintegrate if he got in a blind rage.
Good list to be on.
It seems like a pretty good list to be on, to be fair.
Yes, it does.
Sounds like a very exclusive list, though, of what
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard about this Xanathar is any indication.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't really want to be on the list, but wouldn't hurt to be on it.
Okay, sorry, we've been terribly rude. I'm Tess, and your name is...
I'm Zarn.
Zarn?
Zarn Cassifax.
Alright. It's okay. Guess facts.
You mentioned I was petrified. Where did you find me? Maybe
I will...
Cassie's there.
We didn't... Yeah, just like... I'll be blunt, you were the only humanoid we saw in there, but if it will put some closure? Is closure the right word we want to use here? We'll go with closure. I'll show you the other statues.
This is where we
Okay.
find out Cassie actually is the mind flayer.
That's what I was like, suddenly thinking, oh shit. As soon as they said it was like someone fairly high up, I was like, oh shit.
So, I only have one thing to say to this. Screw you for accidentally calling it Brandon.
Oh my god.
Oh,
As
dear.
you're walking down, Zarn's eyes beam as you cross by one statue, and he's like, "It's Cassie."
Oh no.
Okay. This was not a plot twist I legit saw coming.
I did.
Yeah. Like, as soon as he said hi up, it's just like, oh god, she's the mind flayer.
Yeah, it's literally the first thought that crossed my mind.
It's like, I didn't realize that Cassie was... I'm actually trying to remember what the scientific name for players are, because that's what,
Well, roll me intelligence.
19?
Illithid.
Illithid, yeah. I was trying to remember, like, as a player specifically was, because I know Tess would specifically call them. I didn't realize Cassie was an Illithid.
Yeah, Cassie is short for Cassifax.
So,
I didn't.
you were dating an Illithid.
It's rather convenient that we have the same, like, that my last name is her first name. I didn't think that one through.
Whoops.
Good job.
That's
So-
why they were drawn to each other.
Yes.
Huh. That's
Your mother's called Martha too.
Why are you saying that?
Yeah, just like, Well, I'll be blunt, because I imagine you may want your fiance? Is fiance the word we want to use here? Unpetrified.
More than anything, but I'll need your help. I can't exactly move a statue by myself. And I don't know how you unpetrified me to begin with.
Can I roll perception to see if I hear him say that?
I have an important question.
You can.
Okay, that's a 23.
Oh no.
You don't hear it.
Oh.
You're this far away around 2 corners.
Okay.
It would have had to have been basically a nat 20.
Yeah.
Did you get my DM?
Oh
I'm-
no.
I'm gonna basically sort of say
Yes.
Yes.
I need to know if we were to bring this back, would they try and kill us? Because from my experience, these kind of creatures usually try to kill me.
Not if they see me first and I can explain it to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a chance she would kill us?
Yeah. Tessa just looking at you, just like, you've had a run-in with it before?
Yes. I said I'd had a couple of run-ins with the guild before.
Huh.
And Zach's
Well-
just like, wait. Do you remember the name of this one? Mind flayers, as they are called to most of you, tend to have longer lifespans than humans.
So it's a potential that you know who
Yeah.
it is. It's a question. Rob?
I, as a player, have no fucking idea. Because that was so long ago.
You want to make an intelligence check? Zach, I know right where my book is.
I mean, I also know where my book is.
Okay, so my intelligence roll was a 17.
A 17.
High roll.
After all you've been through, you definitely don't remember the name of a single mind flayer that
Yeah.
you've killed.
Like, I doubt it would be something that I would come across kind of a thing again. Unless it, like, stood out, but, like, yeah.
I mean, it
I'm
ate
not-
Vicarus's brain.
I mean,
It ate his brain!
It's true.
and you did hear. I know for a fact you heard the name a couple of times
Yeah.
in the campaign, but
Quite possibly. Like, I could go digging
I-
through my
I-
previous notes for that campaign, but I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay. I mean, it's also possible, just like we could say, if, like, how certain are you that you wrote it down?
I don't know. I may have done. I may not have
Okay,
done.
here's a question. Does Lucan remember?
That's another
absolutely.
Cool.
question. I would be
I
like,
rolled an 18 on the dice.
oh,
Rolled
okay.
on the die for that, so
Yeah. So I'll sort of like beckon Lucan over and be like, hey, do you remember the name of that mind flayer that we dealt with a while back?
Oh, you mean Nihilor?
Nihilor, that's the one. I remember now. That actually sounds super familiar to me now you've said it. I'm like, yeah, that's the one.
Ah, because you heard it multiple times in the
Yeah,
last
we did.
campaign there.
Not to mention, I've definitely made a point of it, bringing it up in the two-shot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was sort of like, you know, mention obviously to Cassie, like, yeah, the one we had an encounter with was Nihilor.
Nihilor? And you said you killed him, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like, out of character? Yep, super did!
Aid.
Yeah, he kind of ate one of my companion's brains.
He got better.
He got better though. So.
Yeah, he tended to do that to people. Just looking for a specific page real quick.
Just so the part, you hear weird clanging sounds from the pillar room.
Oh no.
You that's all you need to know. You hear weird clanging sound.
Oh no.
Brandon, you can help me look for this page. Where was that? Was it an orb that they got?
A strange stone?
Yeah, a strange stone.
I still have that. It's on me.
Stone.
Yeah.
What page is that on?
It doesn't necessarily. Give me a moment. Been a while since I cracked open the Waterdeep book.
Yeah.
Clang,
That's if I remember correctly.
clang, clang, clang.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the stone eye. It's on. It's specifically mentioned. Chapter 1 on page 30. If the stone eye Nihilord's possession pressing to the circular, it's basically just opening secret passages into the guild, as I understand it.
Yeah. Zarn will just say he would have had a very strange stone-like object on him.
Oh my god, Ollie. I'm jealous. I'll just sort of like quickly rummage through my bag and be like, this one? And kind of pull out the stone.
Yeah. He'll just sort of... Zarn just takes a glance at that stone and says, that used to be Cassie's.
It used to be Cassie's.
I'm
She
gonna.
had the position that Nihilor had.
Yeah, I was about to say, guess. I think you ended up axing
A replacement.
Cassie's
Yeah.
Cassie's successor.
Yeah.
Literally, because I'm fairly certain it was Asher Edge that did the
Yeah.
did the killing blow.
Probably. Okay. Well, and you said she wanted to leave the guild, right?
Yeah, that's why they were after us.
Well,
Well, as far as I see
well,
it,
I have to say, just like,
successfully
I
left
don't know
the
about
guild.
you.
I don't
Not
think
as though
any of
anybody
them.
seems to be looking
Yeah,
for you at this point.
I don't think any of them are gonna notice you're like back now, as long as you don't make too much noise.
All right. Well, Aaron, I don't know about you, but I don't like. You look decently strong, but I'm not sure how much help I'm going to be carrying this.
I look decently strong. Jesus.
Look, you look decently strong comparatively.
I'm gonna go and ask and see if Dana will do it, or Brock, I guess. He did it last time. Those are the strong men of the group.
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah, so like I'll
Yeah, he's
backtrack
still-
into like
Brock's
the
still inside
main
that.
main room.
bold of you to assume Brock stayed in timeout.
Oh no.
So when you're in the main room, what you would see is Brock walking around in circles with the Mage run, trying to do some sort of, like, you know, one of those hand games people did in elementary school?
Yeah.
Just trying to
Captain.
do that, but Daenor keeps picking Brock up and bringing him back into the corner.
Then Brock like runs out again and is like chasing after Halistron and trying to teach him a secret handshake.
But yeah, so
I literally
I-
like step into the room. I just kind of sigh. I'm like, can you guys come and help us shift a statue again?
Brock hears shift statue and is like right there. He's like, which one?
The scary looking one.
None of them look scary. Brock,
Okay.
take all of them.
All right, well, I'll come and show you. No. I'll come and show you the one we want. It's fine.
I'm gonna follow.
Specify. Specify.
Yes. He's like, scary looking one. Starts heading to the giant snake.
All right, come this way, and I sort of lead him down the hallway to the
Is that what
one we
Brock
want.
thinks Erin finds scary? The giant snake.
Yeah.
No, I was
am I?
thinking Brock would go straight for the Hallister statue.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the Hallister statue was there. I definitely would have gone to the Hallister statue. Okay, I see. So I see the mind flare, and I'm like,
You want to unstone Squid Man?
Squidman is this man's fiance,
Oh, not Badger?
not
Oh.
Badger. No.
not the badger. No.
Grog just kind of shrugs and then goes to pick up the statue.
Disappoint.
I'm assuming that'll take a strength check.
Yes.
Okay, that is a 25.
Maybe.
You'd manage it, yeah.
I was worried this was gonna be the time he'd fail and then drop the statue and it broke.
Oh shit.
Then walks back over and goes, everyone gone now.
You sure you don't want Badger?
Yeah, I'll carry the statue back into the unpetrifying bit.
Okay, so we make our way
Yep,
back.
and I will go back as and I will follow back as basically supervising the lift.
Somehow I ended up in a wall, Zach. I don't know how I did that.
Aaron telefragged into a wall and immediately died.
I don't know how that happened. Okay. Okay, Brock. Put the statue in the middle. Everyone stand well back and make sure that Zahn is in the first thing this statue sees.
Brock is gonna like put the statue down and he's just gonna walk over and as people are moving back, he's just gonna put his hand on the pillar and say, "Elf magic."
Intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a crit. That's
You
a
actually
natural.
remembered the incantation.
Yeah.
Elf magic.
There we go. And that's gonna be my only crit of the session.
Okay.
It's always
You're
just a
dead
thing.
now.
So as you say that, the statue unpetrifies, and Zarn, with teary eyes, just sort of says, "Cassie?" And then he looks up and is like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, did we fuck up?
Yep. This is
And
as
the
soon
mind
as I picked up the
flayer
statue.
immediately goes for Zarn's brain.
Yep.
I
As
knew
soon.
this was coming too.
Yep.
Like,
I was like, God damn it, this isn't
it's
going
just
to be
like, I had
Cassie.
that thought. It's not the right one. He's gonna get his brain eaten.
Turns out mind flayers all look very similar.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
racist.
that's super racist.
So,
And I was like, if
Yeah,
someone
but
was
Zarn's-
gonna know which one was which, it would be the person that was fucking gonna get married to one.
I'm assuming this is about to turn into initiative, but as soon as he goes for that brain, Brock's swinging for this thing. He doesn't.
Yeah.
As soon as he's like, I like to imagine it's like there's this tender moment of like they're holding each other for a moment, and it looks like they're about to lean in for a kiss. And
He
as
just,
they
like,
lean in,
goes
the
for the
mind player just goes.
Well, hey, good news. We're slightly more equipped to deal with the player this time.
Yeah.
It's true.
Slightly.
So
We're a level higher.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that.
That doesn't mean anything though.
So,
I'm guessing initiative.
It could be a level higher.
Yeah. Initiative, but before you get the chance to do that, this mind flayer's got a target set.
Oh. It should be Zan. I hope
It's like,
it's
not
Zan.
Brock, not Brock, not Brock, not Brock.
Please be Dana, please be Dana, please be Dana. You're the only one that's right next to it.
True.
If I die, I'm falling on you.
Dana falls, everyone dies.
And because Zarn was holding this mind flayer and trying to get in a hug essentially, that means for a fact he essentially grappled himself.
Oh my god.
Self grapple.
Whoops. Yeah,
which means he's vulnerable to the 10d10 attack.
Oh no. Well, it was nice knowing you, Zan.
It was nice knowing you for all of like 30 minutes.
And you just watch as this creature just inhales his brain, basically.
Wow.
His brain.
Sticks
do
a
about
straw
that?
in, sucks it out.
I assume we can't mend that one.
No,
Like we could
Yeah.
with
no,
Chris.
we don't have. None of us have magic powerful. That.
I'm imagining Erin actually saying that. I'm assuming we can't fix this one.
Oh god.
Yeah, now it's time for initiative, though.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Oh, that's.
Oh lord.
That's not good.
That's.
That should be concerning for you all.
I also rolled an 8, but I go before. Dex.
What
Well.
does a mind flayer get for initiative bonus? Okay.
Not much, if I remember correctly.
I'm just waiting for. Okay. So at least there's 2 people going before it.
Okay. Oh, let me check the initiative. I'm gonna go ahead and guess I know who's going first.
Fighting a mind flare was not. Fighting a mind flare was not how I. Go.
Honestly, I was prepared for it the moment that the mind failure was really a potential thing. It's like, we're gonna end up fighting this.
Yeah.
And
Remind me
Ollie
why
and
we did
Bryn,
this.
what are your modifiers? 'Cause you
I
don't
got a higher dex. There's no question
Okay.
about that. I have a higher dex.
tell- Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only one in this party that I have to worry about rolling off in an initiative tie with is Lucan.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Brock.
I have a perfect 20 in dex.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So that's it. like Luke,
Okay, so
Luke,
yeah,
Luke
Brock's
and
going
then
first.
Yeah.
and Tess.
So Brock
At
sees
the-
this dude's brain get sucked out, and this makes him mad. So he's going to fly into a blind rage. So. I'm gonna
How
need to
could
roll-
you do this?
So for those of you who don't know, It's time for me to roll a d8 because whenever I rage, there's a wild magic surge.
Oh god.
Pop
Okay.
plan. Pop plan.
What does the 7 do? A 7. Shadows weave around a weapon of choice you are holding until your rage ends. Your weapon deals psychic damage instead of its bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing, and gains the light and thrown properties at a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60. Drop the weapon or throw it. The weapon dissipates and reappears in your hand at the end of your turn.
That's
Well, the good
awesome.
news, good news. My players don't actually have resistance against psychic damage, weirdly enough.
That's
That
good.
is very weird.
That's awesome
So-
because you can use it as a ranged weapon now. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
I
even
can
have
use
to-
my great axe as a ranged weapon. Which, you know, I think I'm gonna do.
That's a big boy throw.
Just ignore that.
I am just.
I
Gonna,
didn't see it.
I am gonna
Oh.
yeet the hell out of this axe. He just rages and he's like. "Argh!"
See, what I want to do now is I want to throw Brock and then him throw the axe. So
Brock
throw
is
the
furious.
axe, get it back, and then hit when it's on him.
You just see all these weird shadows erupt from his hands as they weave around the axe, and I'm just gonna both hands over the head throw this axe directly at the Mind Flayer's face.
Whoa, roll to hit.
Okay. That is a. Oh god, what is my.
Ah, that's what I'm supposed to be ignoring.
What's my +2 attack? Let me check. That's a. Oh, where does it say that? Oh, that's a. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, that's a 21.
A 21 is in fact a hit.
God, I would
Plus
fucking
two.
hope so.
So that's a D12 +5.
Notice how we all held our breath then.
Don't forget to add.
Pause.
Yeah. Do
Oh,
you get the
wait.
rage bonus damage?
Let me double check my rage. Yeah, you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws +2 melee. This is that's melee damage though. I'm assuming that this would count as ranged as I go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus it's psychic damage. So, we just double checking everything. Yeah, so that is a 15 damage. And
15
Just max damage
damage.
or close to.
close. I was 2 away.
Pretty close. Great axes are D12s, so.
So yeah, that's 15 damage, and with that, I'm also gonna take a little bit of a move. I'm not gonna move too far. I'm just gonna move over. Oh wait, how much movement do I get again? Let me measure this out. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of movement to do that. So I just want to move over here. And I'm going to move over here. Because Tess is over here and Brock does not want the smart person to get their brain eaten.
You say
then-
that, but I'm actually the one best equipped to take mind flayers.
Yeah.
Most of their saves are all intelligence saves.
Think of
Yeah.
think of Brock's logic though.
Yeah, and whereas you're actually the worst person to get close to the mind flayer.
And so obviously that'll end my turn, and as soon as the turn ends, like the axe that was just embedded in its face goes boom and comes flying back to my hand, Thor style.
Yep. Okay, now it's Lucan's turn then.
Brock ready for this.
So Lucan.
And
All right.
let me just tell you, Rob, here what Lucan would do. Lucan would see how much of an idiot Brock is being and immediately go like, he's gonna get himself killed.
Uh-huh. Does Lucan care if Brock dies? Let's be honest. This is the other important question.
Lucan.
He is
Lucan
an elf.
Cares enough. Lucan cares enough.
Okay. All right. So if you think he would like get in the way, then I guess that's what he would do.
Well, I'm just telling you that he sees Brock will probably get himself killed at this rate. I'm not telling you how Lucan would handle this, just, oh, that's a thing.
Okay. Well, like, me and Lucan have both thought on Mind Flayer and know full well that you should try and avoid getting close to the freaking thing, because...
Oh, wait, just a quick question, actually. Do I still get 2 attacks if I've used my axe as a throwing weapon?
Yeah.
Yes,
two
but
attack
your
actions.
axe only reappears in your hands at the end of your
So you
turn.
need to use a different weapon.
Yep. Do you have a hand axe that you can throw?
Actually, I don't know if I have any other weapon I can throw. I could check. I do have a hand axe I can throw.
Yeah, you do.
Sure, I'll just throw one of my hand axes. Well then, that's fine.
Okay, roll to hit.
That would be. I'm assuming I get the same bonuses to that as I would my regular axe, my great axe, sorry. Which would mean that's another 21. I rolled 13 again.
That's a hit.
Which, if I recall correctly, hand axes are d6.
Yeah, D6.
4. So that's 6 damage. Another 6 damage as an axe lands
Okay.
in the shoulder. And then Lucan realizes Brock's being an idiot.
Yes.
Cause man, you want to talk about who just painted a big bright red target on their chest?
I do not have a lot of intellect to devour.
No, that just means it's gonna be real easy. Like I said, most, if not all, of the Mind Flayer's abilities are save based.
So Brock's over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Lucan would just sort of like yell out like just a general warning to keep your distance. Like, stay away from this thing. Don't get close. Like,
Yeah, you would definitely need to tell him why.
yeah.
Because right now, if you say that to Brock, Brock's thinking, it's fine, Squid dude.
If that thing gets remotely close to you, the exact same thing that happened to, what's it? Was it
Zarn.
Zahn? That's the one. The exact same thing that happened to Zahn will happen to you. These things are not to be messed around with.
Brock just kind of goes, okay, fairy boy, noted.
Okay. Thrown out a warning. I guess he would then try and make himself more of a target.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Well, I can probably do a fair amount of damage, but I can't get a sneak attack off because no one's obviously near him.
You'd have to pop your bonus action this turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, your
bonus
insightful
action
fight.
to
Fighting.
insightful fight, which is that just an insight check? Is that what that is?
Versus their deception.
Yeah.
Which his insight is fucking
Good, I would
huge,
hope.
so he gets like 22.
Cool, that's one under what you needed.
What? Okay, well he failed that then. And then we'll
Dagger.
friggin' just dagger him, I guess.
Turns out mind flayers aren't bad at deception.
No, they're
who'd have
pretty
thought?
good at it.
Alright, he gets a freaking huge number. Why can't this have been the other way around? 27.
That's unnecessarily high.
It's like plus 9.
27.
Like both of these checks were like plus 9. That's what I mean. I was like, why couldn't they have been the
27
other way
hits.
around?
Also, going off of that mentality of mind flayers being a good liar, this could actually be Cassie, and she was lying to Zarn about leaving with him.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
No,
Yeah.
no, it
And
does
he
not.
does d4 plus 6. So, he does 8. A whole 8 damage.
Ooh, baby. Okay. So then,
Uh-huh.
it's now the Mind Flayer's turn here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Brock.
Yeah, because this death, this has the potential to one-shot you, but I don't think he can do it on this round. He has to go wait at least a round.
He's actually gonna go.
Oh, I know what you're doing, and I hate you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What? He wouldn't be getting multiple people in a cone for some reason.
Oh.
Don't worry, Tess should be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's anyone else in this cone that I'm worried about.
How big is the cone?
Probably too big.
Pretty dang big.
Because
He can manage to get here, and that would in fact hit Brock, Tess, Aaron, and Lizzie.
oh god, oh god. This is how I got last time.
Intelligence saves.
Uh-huh. So all 4 of you need to make intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
God.
You can choose to confirm or deny this, but is the DC 16 or higher?
I'll wait for the other rolls to come through.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
17 as well.
I got an 18.
And what was yours there, Ben?
I'll tell you right now. It's a 19, but minus the 4 is a 15.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember exactly what it is right off the top of my head. I'm fairly certain that's like just 1 below.
Well, normally it would match.
Mm-hmm.
But this Mind Flayer is just that 1 intelligence point higher than other ones.
Uh-oh.
So what you're saying is I needed a crit to succeed on this.
Yeah, apparently.
You did a crit to succeed. on
You
this.
were warned when you did this.
Oh.
You knew there were mind flares.
So I know he's gonna be taking a long edge, but what about the rest of
Well, if you... So, the rest of you, you all rolled 17 or higher. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You don't actually
Oh,
take any
okay, so
damage
that's
from
just
this.
Oh,
That's-
great.
that's an all or nothing save then. Oh, this sounds familiar.
Yes, it does.
8, 16, 24, 24. So that's 34 psychic damage, and you're stunned for a minute.
Oh, great. There's no
Which-
way. How much was it? 36.
34.
Oh, 34.
Yep.
So Ben's
Oof.
out of this combat
That-
then.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And if you
At the end of each of your turns, you can attempt the throw again to be unstunned.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm guessing same
So
DC.
you basically
Yes.
And here's the thing: if you fail and nobody and we don't think,
If you fail
You're dead.
and they don't kill the thing in time, you're
You're likely
friend.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So, do you want to risk it or not?
I mean, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you just have to kind of
There's
sit there
literally-
for this
Yeah.
combat now.
I am
Yeah.
stunned. There is nothing I can do.
It is now up to the rest of us to try and bring this thing down before it kills you.
Not only that, but I'm hoping I can get out of it. Because if I manage to roll a crit, then even if it's the end of my turn, at least would I still be raging?
Actually, no.
Yeah.
So I will have
when
to
you're
reactivate.
when you're stunned, it immediately ends your. So.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. So Ben, what's
Actually, I'll wait until it gets to me.
God damn it. One session he's been alive.
Here's the question though that I need to figure out: how much would Lizzie care if Brock dies?
Well, you don't need to figure that out quite yet because it's Aaron's turn first, and Aaron doesn't care whatsoever if Brock dies.
That's not 100% true. I care a little
Just
bit.
99?
Just, you know, it is just a little bit.
He doesn't want anyone to necessarily die, but
No. I don't want him to die, I just want him to be, you know, harmed or seriously maimed.
Because Lizzie has a thing that may be able to help depending on the ruling, but
Okay.
Also,
that-
depending on if Lizzie would care enough to use said thing.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm.
Yes, life. Brock
Because-
friend. Brock good to people. He want to help.
Because
Oh,
Lizzie knows
oh no.
Gash's form,
Do I have this available to me? I completely
which
do.
says
The
Brock
answer
is
to that
considered
is
incapacitated.
yes.
He'd
Ollie.
automatically be a willing
That's just
creature.
a standard attack, but it can only do that attack not that often. Oops. Ignore that. I clicked the thing and it rolled dice.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
The nice thing about that con attack is that it has a recharge. He can't just spam that.
Yeah. So it is a standard attack action and not a spell or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I can move up. I'm going in freaking with everything on this. All right. So.
Got him the ribbons.
Yep. Time to slice and dice. Yeah. My. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my bonus action will be to ignite the sword, and I'll be
Yep.
going in with it. Oh, Jesus. Right, we'll go in with the first attack, which is 18.
18 is a hit.
Which will do a d8 plus 2d6.
I just love how already Brock very well could die.
And
One
reading through the
session.
spell more, Gash's form, you can still take damage.
Do you need me to tell the damage types, or do you just want a number?
Well, it's.
Because obviously I
don't
know
need
it
the
will probably
damage types, I
will
know your
have
weapons.
resistance. Okay, that's fine.
I don't think it's relevant for mine.
Wait, it's just because this weapon does 2 damage types in damage,
Yeah,
right?
but
So like,
it doesn't have resistance to either of those.
okay, that's fine then. So it does 11 plus 5, so 16. 16 damage total on that attack.
16.
Second attack We're gonna do 16.
16 is barely a hit.
Yeah, I rolled pretty low now. And we're gonna do 10, 16, 20 on that one.
20.
Okay. Then I am going to action surge and attack again. Take another attack action.
Well, yeah, when you said you're doing everything, you meant everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spaffing his load.
Well, roll to hit then.
Yep. So we're gonna do more than 20 is 11 plus. Oh no, 19 is how much that is together.
19 is a hit, yes.
Yep. And damage on this one is plus 5, so 16 damage on that one.
Okay, so Aaron ignites his sword, runs at the Mind Flayer, slashes 3 times at it, and on the third slash he decapitates the thing.
Oh,
Good.
thank God.
Sweet! Didn't even need a turn, because I actually had a... I was going to cast Invisibility on Brock.
Nice.
I was gonna bless Brock.
I mean, invisibility at the end of the day really wouldn't have helped him, but not a bad idea.
It technically gives the attacker disadvantage against him.
Aaron hasn't exactly had a good time with Mind Flayers in the past, and really
But
did
you're
not want to give it
forgetting that
a
the
chance.
extract brain attack doesn't have to roll to hit.
Yeah,
Like,
see, with me, I was going.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
Bless, so he would get 1d4 on the saving.
That would have
should
been
help.
very useful for him.
That
yeah.
would have been amazing. Because that has the potential to just negate my awful.
Yeah,
negative thing.
then it's just what the native die is. Yeah,
Well,
I basically, Aaron's mindset there was like, shit, it's a Mind Flayer again. I've seen what they can do to people.
and
Haven't exactly had
you got a pretty good reminder
yeah,
just a couple minutes ago.
just then, and like the sort of like
Yeah.
vision of seeing that happen again, I was like, this is not happening to anyone else, kind of thing. So he just
And
went in.
the whole time that combat was going on, Halistron was just patrolling counterclockwise around the pillars.
Yep, as he does.
As is his
God,
want.
best boy. So, am I still stunned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're stunned for 1 minute or until you make the save again.
By the way, check your DMs real quick, Ben.
You just sort of like after like I sort of like take this guy's head off, you just see me like visibly like I guess like panting or something, like I'm worked up like big time after like doing this. Just like
So, you see when somebody's stunned, do they still move, or are they just like staring?
I believe you could speak, but it's like very sparingly.
Yeah.
a stunned
So
creature
Brock
is
is just
incapable, incapacitated, can't move, and can't speak. And can speak only
Falteringly.
Yeah, falteringly.
Falteringly.
Wow.
That's the
Brock
word.
could already only.
Only flatteringly.
Flattery, can only speak in flattery.
So,
You all look great.
So what you're saying
Brock
is
is-
since Brock could already barely speak, he can't.
The
Yeah.
creature
Brock is
automatically
just-
fails strength
Yeah.
and dex saving throws, and obviously attack rolls against it would have advantage.
Because Brock could already only speak falteringly, he just can't talk while he's stunned.
Yeah.
he's just standing there with an axe in his hand, like.
Yeah, we basically wait for the. As we're waiting for the minute pass, Tess just kind of walks. Wow, you really don't like mind flares, huh?
I've had far too many encounters with them.
Well, technically 3, but only 2 where you've actually fought any now.
That's too many for any one man to encounter.
I mean, if you want to get real, and I mean, hell, if you want to get real technical about it, every encounter with an Inflight Devourer is an encounter with the Mind Flare by proxy.
It is, technically. Which I also had a bad experience with, so...
Same with those rats.
Yeah. Yeah, really just anything to do with this stuff is like just bad news bears. Like, I want nothing to do with it.
So what you tell me is when we get far enough down to deal with the Mind Flare and get Yankee, shit, you know firmly where we're siding on this.
So you mean the next floor?
Who knows?
Oh, Brock does not like the sound of the next floor.
So yeah, we basically just wait the minute for the.
Yeah,
effect to wear off of Brock.
I'll back
Yeah.
into Dana and be like, can you do anything to help this guy out?
Well,
Brock.
Yeah.
I don't think Brock ever told you this, but the Modron, his Modron friend Halistron, would have told him that the pillars there actually cure blind, deafened, petrified, poisoned, and stunned creatures.
Oh, actually, you did say that.
Well, this is the thing. I don't know whether Brock would have told us that, right? Because Brock probably would have just gone, statues cure stone people.
I said
Or
that
like-
I remember saying that it helped stone people and helped people who were I don't remember. I think it was like I think I said something along the lines like it helps heal and heal sick people, and I don't remember. I remember mentioning that.
But you-
Yeah,
Yeah,
he phrased
okay.
it somehow.
You all could make an intelligence check to see if you A, remember that, and B, know what he meant, but it's gonna have to be a high intelligence threat.
I mean, that's
Whoa, nope.
that's a 23, so highest I could roll with that.
10.
Tess understands.
All right,
Of course, that's understandable.
I'll basically pull him into the center of the pillars, and then touch the pillar and go, elf magic. I feel like an asshole saying it.
And Brock, you are no longer stunned.
Yay! As soon as Brock is no longer stunned, like he's standing with his axe, and as soon as he's no longer stunned, he's like, ah! And goes to wave his axe around him, and is like, oh, and just kind of like sheathes his axe and sees the dead mind flayer, and is like, oh.
I want to point out you were facing the mind flayer when it was decapitated, and when you're stunned, you're still aware of what was
Yeah,
going
you're
on.
you just
right,
no,
okay.
you just can't move or speak.
Oh, okay. In that case, when I'm unstunned, I just kind of like, huh, and I look about, put the axe away, and I'm playing it off right now. I'm like, ugh. And I'm kind of like holding my side a bit, even though it's my head that hurts. I'm like,
You're not used to your head hurting.
So you were able to witness me just freaking take on this mind flayer, just like...
I just kind of I look at Aaron and give him like an approving nod, and kind of like with my axe kind of like hoo and bash it against my chest. Just as like a fuck yeah, dude.
Right on.
So Tess just looks at everyone just like, so I think we're done here.
We are. Let's go.
Do we want to have a look at this room off here, or do we want to go find
What
part
was
of
in,
the
what
dungeon
did we
we've been
find
putting
out was
off?
in that room? Didn't we find out roughly what was in that room? I don't remember.
No.
Did Halistron tell us like what potentially was in that direction?
Yes, he did. Do I remember?
No.
Yeah. Like this is the
I don't
problem with
remember what
having
he said was in that
infrequent
room.
sessions.
I mean,
Yeah, I
you could
honestly
always
don't
just ask Calistron again,
Yeah, we could just ask him again.
remembering that the only person who can actually understand what he
Could
says.
communicate is Brock, so
Yeah, I tap Brock on the shoulder to go. Can you ask what's over there?
He Brock kind of looks at you and goes,
Yes.
Do it.
and then he kind of looks and goes, uh-huh.
Brock, helmet, and I just like tap to head.
Brock looks and he's like, oh, and he focuses a minute and he's like,
You were saying.
Can you ask Halistron what's in that side room again?
and I'm gonna be jogging alongside Halistron again as he's sitting and go, Halistron, buddy, what is in other room?
And Halistron, talking while still flying around counterclockwise because he has no choice there, would basically say, that way leads to the ancient elven tombs.
So, Brock's on the whole time he's like jogging around in circles with Halistron thinking like, Halistron say it lead to splattered fairy boy rooms.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I even understand remotely what he's getting at?
Yes, but you don't have to be real high.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
It's
they know
not.
Well, they know what
That's a
I mean
10.
by fairy boys, and they know what splattered me.
Yeah, because that's like his like nickname for
Yeah,
me
but
and
what's a
Luca.
splattered fairy boy room supposed to be?
I'm sure we could put two and two together.
I'm just gonna make a roll. We'll just.
I ain't gonna be
16.
much help because I rolled 10.
16. I assume that I can figure out that it's something related to elves, even if I can't figure out.
You can
like,
figure out it's something related to dead elves,
Okay.
but
Dead
you think
elves.
he's just saying that there's a lot of dead elves that way?
I mean, that's not wrong.
All right.
It's not incorrect.
Brock is gonna
Like
say,
Aaron's kind of putting like
Old
everything together now in his head based off of that. So I'm sort of like, there are a lot of dead elves that way. My entire elven village was wiped off the face of the earth by Hallister. Not sure that I want to head in the room that potentially could contain all of the population of my.
so he's
What,
still
you're
joking,
gonna-
and he's like, we go into room. Old splattered fairy boys have lots of twinkly item. Be sure.
I'd rather not, and I doubt they have much, honestly.
and
Look
he's,
at
as he's
some of
joking,
that.
as he's joking, he's like, but splattered fairy boys get buried with shiny things. It's what they do.
I have doubts that that was the case this time. Trust me, I am an elf, so.
he's standing there and he like stops jogging for a minute and he's you can see he's really hard thinking and he's like, no, elves splattered before in that room. They move into that room after splatter by other non-splatter elf.
Yeah,
They were
it's
buried there.
it's more a case of how do you know that other elves put them there, and it's not just Hallister's dumping ground.
People do not usually build big buildings and graves for things they dump.
I mean, we might as well have a look.
Okay.
Want to come in? He can
We'll
go
have
outside.
we'll have a peek, but if it's nothing, we'll head back northwest to check out that other
portion.
part we were taught about. And I think we're pretty much about done with this floor.
Yeah.
Brock, call dibs on shinies.
Does anyone want to have a "we're not going to grave rob the elves" talk with Brock?
I just look at Lies and just like, do you think it's gonna help?
No.
Then why bother?
Brock's whole thing, his whole job when he was with the goblins was
It-
to go and raid people's dead bodies in graves.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
That is true.
that's why it's just like, you think it's gonna help? No, then why bother?
Right, I'll go up to the door. I'll open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I am
like-
waiting
I'm
for
like-
the token to actually be up to the door, so you'll have sight.
I'm gonna move behind where Daenor will be because Brock is like right on his heels, ready to go rob some elf graves.
Hello. Are they owl bears?
Yes.
Those are owlbears, all right.
Oh,
Are they actual owl bears or?
I
That
do
is the
not
real
see a little
question.
skull and
So,
crossbones next to them.
As soon as you open the door, you hear a sound as if it sounds like grumbling stomachs, and you see these two owlbears here.
Nice.
Do I see them?
Not behind
Not from
Daenor.
that.
Not behind
Not from
Daenor.
that angle
That's
behind
fair.
Daenor.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Ching. Yeah, Peter just like ching.
I see him cast Shield of Faith on himself, and I'm like trying to look between his legs to see what he's seeing, and I'm gonna shout back, "Monster Man shielding, probably bad."
Oh boy. I take the opportunity to split my swords ready, and then we'll head in, I guess.
I'll step into the room, I suppose.
Yeah.
I love how Brock has like lost 30 something HP, and I think he's still pretty up there in terms of HP compared to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, you can just look at the sidebar on the.
Yeah, it doesn't show up
Thing.
for me on the stream.
You're tied with HP with Tessa's max HP. You're still not pretty up there because you're tied with the lowest HP party member, but you know.
So I've gone in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is anyone like? I guess you guys are following.
I'll follow up.
I'd be like,
I'm-
there.
I'm gonna make sure my shield secured to my outer arm, but.
I like how three of you moved to the same
The
tile.
exact same spot.
All stood in the same spot. You're all glitching together.
Look, I don't take up a lot of space, but I don't not take up that much space.
Okay.
We'll go where Daenor used to be on my end.
Yeah, but you, Brock, and Lizzie all in one space.
There, it's fixed.
No, it's not.
No, now you're back on me.
Now you're back on me.
Oh, the lag. Are you? I'll move over one space.
No, you're the stay there. Where you are right now is fine. Okay, that's also fine.
Well, that also works.
It's fine.
Well, I had already moved on my end when Brandon said that you're still on me, so I
Yeah.
thought he had moved his too.
Got you. All right. That's probably
All right.
roughly about how
Let's,
we'd be positioned then.
Yep. Let's what are these owlbears doing?
They're just laying on the floor. One of you looks up. Well, one of them looks up and sees the party members. Then it just sort of looks down again.
Oh,
Brock sees this and he's like,
Methinks they sad.
apathetic owl bears.
Son of a bitch. The worst kind.
Yeah, I don't have animal handling, so I'm not going to try that.
yeah.
Oh,
If they're not doing anything, I'm just gonna carry on moving.
Yeah, I'm in a similar mindset to Daenor.
My,
I'm
Anything
curious.
else in the room other than the owl bears?
Yeah.
you know,
Plenty.
oh,
Plenty in the room other than the owlbears.
Can you describe the rest of the room?
So there's the two owlbears. There's a dozen sarcophagi arranged around the around the room that have all been almost entirely reduced to rubble.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's-
splattered
And there's
Very
wall
deep.
carvings. There's wall carvings on the walls that Aaron and Lucan would immediately recognize as elven carvings, but
Yeah.
that's about the best you can get because they're so
They're
aged.
so worn. You can't really make anything out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, good news. It's probably not where they buried your people then.
Yeah.
You know what I want to know? Who's smarter, Brock or the owlbear?
Owlbears.
Probably the
Owlbears.
owlbears.
The owlbears at least have survived. Well, no. But
Owlbears have 3 intelligence.
Oh, so we're just as intelligent as each other.
also,
Brock as intelligent as owlbear.
Rob, I'm curious, what were you thinking with animal handling?
I don't know. I honestly, I was like,
I feel like if they're
try
not
and
doing
see
anything,
what
we
one of
should
the
just, like-
owlbears is
Yeah.
doing, but like,
Here's the thing. They're not doing anything, so I figure maybe...
That's not to provoke.
Yeah.
I'd like to
I
say
will.
that
I will say, though, Aaron, because of your elven background, despite the fact that you lived in an elven city
Yeah.
with proper buildings and all, you would know that lots of elven communities use owlbears as defense.
Strong.
So they're literally just basically graveyard dogs.
got you.
So, I'd just like to say now that as Ben, I am in a
But-
constant struggle between what I think is smart, and Brock thinks is smart, and the only thing that has stopped me from taking a specific action right now is the fact that I just took 30-something damage, and Brock is a little bit hesitant to jump into things right now.
I'm just gonna go through here and see what-
Hold on a second. I need to check some specific things with your characters.
Oh.
Uh,
So yeah, I'll kind of
have that.
like mention to the party then. It's like, as long as you don't touch the graves, they won't touch you, kind of thing. The owlbears won't touch you.
So, Lizzie,
Yes.
as soon as you get into the room, you would look at these owlbears and notice they are very thin.
Oh, so they haven't been fed in a while.
Can Brock grab some mind flayer real quick?
Feed the mind flayer.
Yeah.
This seems like that would
Can-
be very bad.
Can I grab some mind flayer and throw it to the owlbears for them to eat?
Hold on.
You can at least throw the human at them.
Yeah, like I just want
mind
to take
flayer
bits,
is
like a
That'd
bit of
be-
like
that'd be
rip
a-
the arm off the dude, take an arm from fucking Zan and some mind flayer bits, and just like armfuls of meat, and just kind of chuck the meat to the owlbears.
That would be animal handling to know whether or not that's a smart idea, right?
Yes.
That is a 22.
While you certainly wouldn't want to toss the food at them, because they might see that as an act of aggression, you do think with how starving they are, they're starving to the point where they can't even get up, you think. That's why they haven't attacked you.
Got you.
I'm going
Because
to...
otherwise, you think otherwise they would have attacked you just for the food source.
I'm gonna carry on moving. These-
Yeah.
I'm going to say, relay that to the party that it might be best not to feed them if we don't want to fight them.
I like to think that like Brock has gone, gathered up all these limbs and meat, and he's like jauntily
But-
carrying them back. And as he
well,
walks in, Lizie's
The
like,
other thing you would know if you're 22 is if you feed a starving owlbear, it's likely to become loyal to you.
Oh. You know what? Never mind then.
Yeah, so I was
Out of
gonna
character,
say,
I
you
did
were
not
getting
know
the
that.
wrong point across there. The point was, they're hungry enough, they would have attacked you as soon as you came in if
But
they
they were-
could,
Yeah.
but
feed
they're
them
still,
and we...
can
they're
I
still
feed the owl-"
owlbears, and you can still gain their loyalty.
Oh my
I
god.
think I
I'm going
pick
to...
up Brock, feed
I'm
him to
going to-
owlbear.
I'm going to express drastically to Brock, don't throw the food.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna point out you shouldn't progress past this room yet, because I've not described this room yet to you all.
Yeah, I was gonna
You're
say,
just
like, you
heading
can't
straight
go
for it.
any further.
I
In that-
am definitely feeding both of these owlbears meat from the mind flare and Zan. I'm just like in the middle. I'm like gently feeding them bits of meat and giving them little pats on the head, trying to reassure them that it's okay.
So, you get there and you actually have to put the meat in their beaks because they have that little energy.
The poor boys.
Now I'm sad.
Yeah, I'm like hugging them and petting them and feeding them meat, and I just want to be real nice to these owlbears.
You're lucky Tess can't see that you're fat, that you're feeding. Sorry, of course, these things.
Okay, while Brock's doing that, in the room the rest of you were heading towards,
Like,
you
with
would
the-
notice immediately there's 3 stone tables strewn about the room, just destroyed, surrounded by ceramic shards.
To be honest, with Lizzie knowing Brock has every intention of feeding the owlbears, she'd probably stay back to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the hallway to the south slopes upwards. That's really all there is in this room.
Yeah, if that's the case, I think at least Danor and I would also be going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on.
I'd just make a comment, just like, looks like somebody's already ransacked this place.
Doesn't surprise me. No one has respect for the dead these days.
Meanwhile,
It's like no one has
go for
respect for the no one has respect for the dead these days, and I'm like dangling a dismembered human hand, like here you go, here you go.
oh wow, this hall goes far up.
Okay. I assume we'd get to sort of around this kind of point and be like, I'd realize that the others aren't actually following through. I don't know how much Aaron would really be that worried about it.
They can handle themselves.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
Yep, I'm just gonna carry on going.
Well, it's convenient you stopped right there,
Oh.
because as you stepped there, you immediately realize you stepped on a pressure plate.
Oh.
Shit. Well, good thing I was following behind him.
Yeah,
And
how far
in
behind
front
are
of you would see...
About maybe 10, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In front of you would see a 10-foot diameter stone sphere painted to look like a bloodshot eyeball careening down from an alcove at the top of the hallway, which I want to point to is sloped upwards the way you're heading. So yeah, you've activated a boulder trap.
Alistair, don't play fair. Alistair, don't play fair.
Anyone got a way of
Kinda glad I
like,
stayed back to help feed the owlbears.
anyone
Yeah,
got
I
a way
know.
of like just
Me and Lacey are having a great
breaking
time.
a boulder into pieces?
So
Other
roll
than maybe just-
initiative, you
Yeah, I was about to
four-
say, other than just hammering it with a big spell, not likely.
So you 4 need to roll initiative now.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, that's significantly better than the last one.
That's not great.
So yeah, I saw him step on the pressure plate and just went. Yeet!
Meanwhile, Brock's like, do
How
I
big is
seem
this
like
boulder?
animal?
Enough to fill the
It's
room.
a 10-foot diameter boulder. Even with your strength, you can't stop it. Okay. That's interesting.
Hmm.
Cast hold person on boulder.
So, some of you had pretty decent initiative.
Yeah.
but that doesn't beat a 28.
Wow.
He gets 28.
This boulder is ready.
This fellow was
This is
so ready
this is
for
the
his
moment
moment to
this boulder's
shine.
life is.
I can't wait. I can't wait for us to basically survive the side of this thing.
Died to a freaking boulder.
I feel like that's the point where we all just immediately flip table and say, nope, we're done.
Lizzie and Brock will
So
be fine.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Lacey
need
and
all
Brock are like-
four. I'm gonna need all four of you to roll some dex saving throws.
Okay.
Lacey and Brock are just
Well-
like scratching owlbear tummies and
Actually,
making friends.
Daenor, you can attempt to slow it down with your strength.
Okay, well that makes it even better because I got 20 total.
You got 20 total.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron
Okay.
got a 24. Lucan got a ridiculously high. He also got a 24. Okay.
Can you roll a dex save as well, though, Daenor?
19.
19? Okay, so what were your dex saves, all of you?
18.
Mine and Lucan's were 24.
Okay. Okay. So... Daenor, since he's a big boy, can't really just step to the side of the wall and hope that it passes by him.
Mm-hmm.
So Daenor uses his strength to slow it down a little, and is successful in that.
Nice.
And then Daenor... Also, let me just... Wow, really? There's no bolt... Ah, whatever. Anyway, so Daenor's successful in slowing it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daenor makes the dex save that for a small creature would let them fit beside it. For a large creature, it means they won't take as much damage.
Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Beefy boy.
Tess makes the dex save and just will take no damage.
I just
'Cause
basically
Tess
curl
can
into
just
a ball.
sort of crouch in a corner.
Yeah, I just curl into a ball.
Aaron and Lucan have enough movement speed with that dex save that they can just outrun the boulder.
Okay.
Don't forget your hats.
To be fair, we're the ones closest to the exit.
Yeah. So, Daenor, you're gonna take half of the boulder's damage. Let's see.
What's the boulder's damage?
8
boulder is
plus
getting
10, so
afflicted.
18, 20, 22,
Oh.
29, 31, 39,
Oh my god.
40.
I'm assuming this is a total before half.
Yes. 53,
Oh.
and that's one more. 56, so you take half of 56.
Cool. I'll take 28.
So 28.
Oh, like,
Jesus.
I'm even happier Lizzie's not there because if I wouldn't have passed that deck save, that would have put me down to 1.
Yeah, Brock would have just been flattened.
Yeah, I'd have like 2 health left.
Yeah,
if I
and also you are knocked prone by the boulder.
Well, yeah.
that's to be expected.
And
So
the
does-
boulder... Let me just get the, where...
It is conflicted.
Yeah, the boulder goes down here. The hallway slopes down here as well, so you all would be out in the
Oh,
room.
we'd actually be out of the room.
And it's-
Okay.
It will end here. It ends here when it hits the wall.
And I'm assuming it makes a loud crash that I may or may not notice.
Yeah.
You would definitely notice.
Loud
Not only do you have a passive perception of 20, but it's a loud crash made by a boulder.
Yeah.
Brock's like, you hear something?
Yeah.
What that?
Oh God, what did they do?
So yeah, once the boulder's past us, I'll go up to, just like, hey, big guy, you okay?
I'll just be lying on the floor going, ow.
Okay, all right, okay, Danor, do you want to pop a spell for yourself, or do you want me to?
Yeah. After.
As you're saying that, I'm just gonna be like, start muttering to my like, without the dark there can be no light, that sort of thing, and then heal myself with healing word.
All right.
Me and Lucan will basically start making our way down the hallway, effectively checking for any more traps.
Yeah. So when those two come back, I'm gonna look. Lucan, maybe you should be in front for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point, once the crash happened, I'd probably run to catch back up with everyone else.
Brock doesn't. Brock's like, Lacey, you go check people, okay? I stay with Hootie and Beaker.
Woody and Beaker.
Hootie and Beaker. Oh my god.
Oh no, now you're giving them names.
And like once I get into the room and see the rock and around the corner, I'm just gonna be like, what the hell happened?
Trap. I don't need to say anything more than that. It's just trap.
Yeah. Gets the point across.
Yeah.
Like you can infer the rest.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the boulder in the other room.
Lucan gets a 19 on investigation as he's going down the hallway to check for more traps.
Yeah, I think I'll also stick behind because my investigation pretty good, so I'll be helping him.
Point out, the only reason you all could outrun the boulder is because Daenor used his strength check, which was a match to what he needed. I will point out to slow it down.
So
guys.
So yeah, I got a 17 on my investigation to assist Lucan as we move through
Well, you've
this.
certainly not noticed any traps with the area you've gone across aside from the one.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, rogue boys up front. Help spy for traps.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell Wisey. I was like, is Brock coming, or has he been eaten by an owlbear?
Still alive. I think the owlbears are doing a little better too, but I don't know what's going on with him. He said he was going to stay with them.
Okay.
I'd like to add that Brock right now is A, loving this, and B, the reason he hasn't come with is because he doesn't know there's anything past that room. He heard a big crash and assumed that somebody broke something, and he's just gonna like, they'll come back in a minute. It's fine. I'm gonna stay with Hootie and Beaker.
It's like, so tempted to ditch. The temptation is there.
The temptation is so there.
Really there.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Let's get Lucan.
Yeah, I'll just sort of tell Lizzie, it's like, well, I suppose you could go and tell him that we're moving onwards. I don't really want him to be spending forever just in that room with owlbears. He probably will get eaten if he stays there too long.
I'll run back and be like, Brock, come on, there's a hall this way.
Oh, and can I try and bring the owlbears with me?
I think they're still too weak right now.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna, like, although I'm like, they're like weak and they're resting, I'm gonna like pat both of them on the head and be like, I will be back. If you follow trail of meat. and I'm going to be dropping little bits of flesh and a little trail along the ground behind us so the owlbears can follow us if they feel up to it.
Oh no, this is a
Actually.
terrible idea. Oh my god.
This is when we check and trigger the second boulder trap, and we find out that they did get the strength. They get quite older.
And yes, Beaker prefers Mind Flayer meat, and Hootie likes the human meat better.
Jesus. Right. Yeah, we're moving on. Oh, damn me. Alright.
Just move looking for now, I'd say.
dropping little bits of meat.
And then we'll move
Oh,
back
that-
along, catch up.
Well, that I'm not seeing much is worrying.
Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, what was that about not seeing much?
I mean, I'm still worried, but for other.
As I'm like following at the back, I imagine where Lizzie is and like dropping bits of meat. I'm just gonna be like, you spend a lot of time with owl bears before?
No, not really. Not
They
owlbears,
very-
typically other animals, though.
That,
They very beautiful creature.
I was gonna say that seems more like a Celestia
No.
thing, but considering what the actual
Go
Owlbears
back a
are-
sec, because this
Yeah,
room
I was
here.
gonna say, what's
Yeah.
up with this room?
Yeah. So this room, it's a 10-foot high room, and you would see a row of 6 slanted stone tables, each fitted with rusty shackles and leather straps, and under the lower end of each table, set into the floor, is a shallow circular stone basin.
Oh
Ooh.
god, we found the sex dungeon.
Quite the opposite, but okay.
I know.
Depends.
Hallister's into the real kinky.
Alright. Yeah, I don't really want to fuck with anything in here.
Nope.
So,
No, same.
just gonna keep
I mean,
going.
you know, sex dungeon, ritualistic, bloodletting dungeon.
Are there any dead bodies in this room?
No.
Okay, good to know.
It's in fact
Not-
quite clean.
Not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, there's still time bin.
Oh god.
Alright. In that case, if we decided we are no.
No, let's
Ritualistic
not mess
bloodletting.
with the bloodletting ceremony.
Yeah,
Sacrificial
no
stuff.
one's wanting to kind of do anything like that today.
Oh,
Oh.
what's this?
It's supposed to be a dead end.
Well,
anything
appears
else-
to be.
Anything else
What's
in the
on
room?
You would see along the south end of this room the lid of a stone sarcophagus resting on top of 2 blocks of stone with a chair behind it, seemingly to have made a makeshift desk.
Okay.
And beyond the desk and chair, you would see dusty books crammed into the south wall, and similar niches and other walls contain tall alabaster funerary urns covered with dust and cobwebs.
Okay.
Gotcha, the Undertaker's office.
Yep.
Brock, when he sees the books, he would like to start pulling as many books off of the shelf / out of the wall as he can.
Like, can I see anything on them? Like,
Yeah.
Are they written in Elvish, or are they in a different language?
Oh, Brock's not reading them. He's just pulling them off the shelves and throwing them off his shoulders.
The books are, in fact, in Elvish,
Mhm.
and you would notice that there are books that seem to cover the subjects of alchemy, dwarven and elven history, engineering, gemcraft, the study of monstrosities, and weather prediction.
Also, for some
as well
reason,
as one book that looks rather badly burned, so you can't quite tell what it is from the outside.
And one copy of Bolo's Guide to Monsters for some reason.
It's a special Elvish edition.
Yeah, it's the Elven translated version.
I'll ask Tess. Can you read Elvish?
Not a lick. I won't say that elves weren't on my plane, but there were certainly no elves in my guild.
That's fair enough. Like, some of these books may interest you, but they're not written in a language you can read, so...
Well, give me a moment. I want to see something real quick. I don't think it's on my potential list, but I want to see.
So, if as long as I'm touching the book, I can read Elvish.
Yes.
As long as it takes me about a minute to read one page of each book, but as long as I'm touching the book, I can read it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
There's no way that I'm going to be able to read that without assistance from someone else, basically.
Yeah, that's fine. And, you know, this isn't
I'm gonna
exactly
be
a
sitting-
story-time dungeon, so...
I'm gonna be sitting, like, I'm gonna have been pulling books off the shelf and the weather prediction one. I'm like flicking through the weather prediction one and reading passages aloud from it.
God. The thing is, you're
don't
audibly,
understand it.
like, you're audibly gonna be reading them in Elvish because they're written that
Yeah.
way. So like,
But I like to think that when Brock uses his comprehend languages, especially with like a language like Elvish, like when he's reading it in Elvish, he doesn't realize he's reading in Elvish. He thinks he's speaking in
he thinks
common,
he's just
so he's
speaking.
just reading them out loud.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
me and Luke are like, what the fuck is he going on about? Because you're just reading random passages from a book, and everyone else is like, wow, he must be really good at reading Elvish.
And meanwhile, I'm just like, so if you have a dowsing rod.
So
I mean, I speak Elvish.
I'm gonna have a quick investigation, see if there's anything more to this room.
See, what I really want
No, I'm not finding it. That's a
Brock's helm to run out as he was reading it, so he's reading it and then he's just staring at the book.
Suddenly it's like, oh no, oh no.
I got a 17 to assist Brandon. Test investigate.
Okay. Anyone else investigating?
Yeah, I
Sure,
got a
I'll do
13.
investigation. It's not gonna be good. Oh, that's actually a 14, and that's with a -4.
I got a 13. Lucan got a 17.
Okay, so with investigation, with like, you all would look into some of those urns and notice that the urns are just filled with dust.
Yeah.
But Lucan and Lizzie are searching a little deeper to see if anything's buried in that dust. And just 50-50 to see who finds it. Lizzie finds inside one of the urns a white pouch, a rather small white pouch.
Brock is just sitting with one of the urns, like delicately tasting the dust.
You should have said that. You should have said that.
Oh dear.
meanwhile, like Erin's looking just wide-eyed, just like, ooh.
I just sort of go up to him and like, stop that. And just like,
I'm
no.
going to like kind of look inside the pouch to see if I can tell what's in it without like actually fully taking it out.
You open up the pouch and you see dust.
Oh.
Dust within dust.
Dust.
Brock sees him with the pouch of dust and he's like, does that dust taste better than this dust?
Brock, don't eat the dust.
Tasting.
he like shoots Aaron a look and he puts the urn down. He's like, tasted bad anyway.
It was in a container of
kept
somebody,
eating it,
of
though.
what's most likely somebody's ashes. I don't know what it tastes like.
like say, it tasted bad, but he would have carried on. eating
Yep.
it.
Yep.
It's like, it tasted
He's
bad
when
anyway.
Lacey's like, it's probably someone's ashes. I don't know what it tastes like. Brock is like, that is why you taste things.
There was
Would I be
literally a
able
post
to
a couple of
tell
days
if the
ago
dust
that I
in the
saw.
bag is different from what I'm presuming are elf ashes?
Like, there was,
Very
there was
well
a post,
could be.
There was a post I saw a couple of days ago, and it's like, it was a video of a cat licking something, and then somebody put, this cat likes whatever it was as much as I like rocks. It's like, next comment down, you have a significantly different relationship with rocks than everyone else.
That's that interaction in a nutshell.
It's just
So yeah, bottom line is I don't think we should find a partner.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the pouch of dust just in case. It needed for
Somebody's
something. But...
You do you, Golgari. I ain't gonna.
So you've got one tiny white pouch of dust.
One tiny pouch of potentially tasting bad dust.
And that's when one day, takes it and listens. It's like, oh, this is crack.
Yeah. Brock just like goes mad for the next like hour.
Oh. Those weren't burial urns.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
guys
have the
are funny.
revivified diamonds too.
Yes, you do.
All right. That for simplicity, do you just want to move us all up, back towards the staircase, the entrance?
Yeah. So, I just want to say as well,
He puts
as
us
we're
all
back-
on like a pressure plate, we trigger a trap, we all die.
so as we're walking back, because I know this is a dead end, Brock would definitely be picking up all the bits of meat that he had left as a trail. And then once he's gathered as much meat as he can and we get back to the owlbears, he's like playing with the owlbears for a bit. And all the way through the dungeon on the way back, he's leaving a trail of meat for the owlbears.
And they don't have much strength, but they very slowly start to follow you.
Yes!
I don't know whether this is a
Yeah!
good thing or a bad thing.
I'm walking
we
with the
fed them, so
owlbears.
they're technically loyal to us now.
Yeah, but they're owl bears.
Yeah, they're owl
No,
bears.
They are not
Exactly.
owlbears. They are Hootie and Beaker McHootface.
I'd
So
much
this-
rather have an owl. I'd much rather have a.
So there's probably more we could explore of like this floor, but
We were.
I am-
We were told to
Well-
go to the north.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
if you want to go down now, that'll just end the session.
Yeah, no,
Because-
we're Brock.
Because we're
Oh.
doing 2 floors, and then we're switching to the next campaign, then
Yeah.
switching back for 2 more floors.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to see the
We need to
east,
see
west, sorry,
whatever's
the
in
west of
the-
that set.
What
So-
northern portion we were told to check out.
So like my mindset is right, like Aaron, like I kind of want to go and see what's up there, right? Because we intended to go back to it, but now that Brock's with us, I'm not certain going up to where the goblins used to be is that wise of an idea.
Well,
Uh,
well, Brock doesn't know what happens. Brock already knows the goblins are gone because
Yeah,
he
we
tried
already
to go
told him
home
that.
and they were already gone.
because
I guess
we
we
ran into them right
Yeah.
outside the room where the
Yeah.
goblins were.
The whole reason that you ran into Brock was because he started to go into the dungeon after he realized everyone was gone.
okay.
Yep. He
The
was
question
just trying
is,
to find them.
how likely are goblins to tidy up dead bodies?
That's already known that Terry-
Yeah, we've also pulled that bandit off. All of your arguments are kind of moot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Like I'll follow if you guys want to go up further up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Brock, Hootie, and Beaker on an adventure.
Come on, you
In
gotta
that
get a theme
case-
tune.
I will bring you all basically down up to where the first junction was in this floor.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know what I realized I could have done, but it would have wasted a spell slot? Rather than making Brock carry meat back and forth, we could have just given the meat a good berry.
That's true. But Brock doesn't know about
Well,
No,
a
he
good
doesn't.
berry's enough sustenance for a humanoid. It would take several for an owlbear.
that. So, question. When we go back through the goblin area, is Terry's body there?
No.
We don't. I also don't think we would have gone up that anyway.
You
So
also wouldn't have gone through there, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We're
It's
taking
no
the
worry.
shortcut, so.
all right. So we've got a couple options. Which way do we want to go?
Brock is looking for whichever corridor is wider.
They all
They're
seem
the
to be
same
about.
width.
Okay. Let me. Then, would Brock know anything around this area, knowing that he's from this area of the dungeon? Does he know, at least remember anything about what's what direction at all?
Roll intelligence.
Oh God. Okay, that's a -3.
Brock doesn't even recognize the area.
So
Brock's
that
not
was a
even
nat
sure they're still
one.
in the. Yeah, Brock's not even sure that he's still in the dungeon at this point.
Sky looks strange.
I've never seen this guy.
Wanna go
Well, you don't know
this one
that.
first?
So
Okay.
yeah, Brock at this point, you would just be mumbling on about how this is unexplored territory for you and you've never been this deep into the dungeon.
Which, for all we know, is true.
And check your DMs real quick as well.
Meanwhile, on the wall it says Brock was it.
Yeah, I know. There's like notes from Brock. Like there's like my like little BT for Brock Thick Skull all over the walls where I've explored this part of the dungeon, and I'm like, I've never seen these Barkarian parts of the dungeon before.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, my vote is we
Not
head
to mention,
on the left
you've
path.
definitely been here before because this is like
It's right next to
2
where the
rooms
freaking
from the market.
goblin
Yeah.
camp was. I vote we go left.
Yeah, I'll agree with that for now.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just want to see how much more in this we can get explored this session because I feel like if we explore enough of it, I feel like we'll just call and just say we're moving down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we explore as much as we can until the end of the session,
Depends
and then
what
the
we
end of the
find.
session will be us going back. To
If
the
we find
stone.
another room like the petrification room, that could take a while.
Well, to be fair, if we find that, let's up.
Hello there.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
So, as soon as you open this door, which was difficult to open because there was a little furniture piled against it, but not too difficult to open, you would notice an animated life-size puppet of Hallister Blackcloak is in there.
That's
The puppet's primarily made of wood and canvas, with a shoddy gray cloak draped over its shoulders, with dozens of cloth eyes sewn into the cloak.
Oh good.
I'd say Hallister needs hobbies. I think
I think this is his hobby.
okay. I'm gonna roll quick.
And
Okay.
the puppet's looming over a stone table covered with various dusty alchemy equipment and vials of various solid and liquid substances.
ooh, vials very solid and liquid substance. You say?
Here's the question that's on my mind. Does Brock realize it's a puppet, not Hallister?
I literally just rolled for that. I rolled, and I was about to ask, would that be perception?
So as soon as you enter the doorway, the puppet says, where is it? Terrible and painful magical death. Fireballs and lightning bolts. Be gone!
Brock will say, "This seems good."
Can I try?
I don't know about anyone else here. I don't know anyone here, but I think, as crazy as it sounds, I want to listen to the puppet.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. I'm not taking another step. I'm not staying right
Is
where I am.
knowing whether or not that it's a puppet or not, is that perception?
Sure.
Then okay. Oh, that's a crit.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
know it's a puppet.
And also, Tess, just with your background, you would notice that the puppet is just mixing various things together that will have no effect whatsoever when mixed together.
Oh, that is so shoddy. Like, this hurts my soul to watch.
Brock is like, "Be careful. It is not real Hallister. It puppet."
Thank you, Brock.
I think at that moment we all just turn and look at him and don't say anything.
Accurate.
Well, I mean, I can light it on fire. It looks like it's made of wood.
I'm would advise against that.
Maybe talking puppet is friend.
Doesn't sound friendly.
No, it's more that I'm not entirely certain how much of those substances made there might be extremely flammable.
Well, roll me an intelligence check.
I don't know how much of those is entirely flammable. That's an 8. Meh.
Even with an 8 with your background, you would know what every single one of those substances is, because none of them are alchemy substances at all.
Fascinating.
And none of them
What-
are flammable, aside from the regular flammability of, say, molten cheese, for example, is one of them.
Got you.
I don't know. I still vote against setting it. I don't want to, you know.
These are the most powerful potions Brock has ever seen.
I think
Potion
it's more,
of cheese.
I don't want to risk drawing the ire of Hallister for no reason.
He could just make
Yes,
another
just
one.
leave me alone. I need to continue my work.
Okay, so off to the next one.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're just passing through. Just don't mind us. I'll, like, make another step. Just make sure that he's not actually gonna, like, attack me or anything. He didn't seem to respond.
Flames from the heavens!
No.
Oh.
Get out!
We're just going through that door over there.
I think that's the problem.
when he says flames from the heavens, Brock is like, "Flames from heavens. Maybe he too has read weather prediction book."
God. Okay.
Ben,
Yes.
I think you're forgetting something. Remember when I
Oh,
DM'd?
yep. Okay. Brock is he's mumbling to himself.
Okay. He's mumbling to himself.
Yeah, Brock is just mumbling things to himself, and
Oh.
he's very engrossed with Hootie and Beaker right now. In fact, can I be riding one of them?
Nope.
God.
Oh,
They are too
okay.
weak for that.
Okay, that's
How-
fair. Brock would know they're weak.
How
you
long
would've
has he been
tried.
doing it? Is the question. Like, because we've walked the entire, like, length of the dungeon floor.
Pretty much the whole time.
The whole time. Okay. Has it been
Brock also
basically?
mumbles to himself a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how suspicious I find that.
I'm guessing
so-
Brock said that out loud.
Yeah,
Brock mumbled to himself lots.
he's like scratching underneath Hootie's beak and is like, who is good owlbear? Who is good owlbear? You are good owlbear.
Yep.
Beaker's just like,
I'm like splitting my tension between them.
Beaker just sort of walks down the hallway and ends up about here.
Oh, okay.
you lost track of Owlbear.
Brock turns around and Beaker's gone and he's like, shit.
So I think we're about to lose Beaker.
Yep.
Question. I turn to Tess again. You sure there's nothing dangerous in any of those vials?
I'm certain there's nothing dangerous in those vials. It's Puppet that's fucking giving me the willies right now.
Alright.
And the puppet just looks at the owlbear and says, "Leave me to my work or I'll kill you." And continues working.
Hootger.
The owlbear just sort of pecks at the Hallister puppet, and Hallister once again just threatens it.
Beaker. Brock is still like, he's like looking around the previous room confused. Like, where the fuck could it have gone?
Alright, I'm just gonna walk to the other side of the room. Like, I'm just gonna walk to the door on the other side of the room. And like...
And the whole time you're walking, the Hallister puppet's making death threats at you.
Okay, he's not actually doing anything.
Die.
He's just making blind threats.
See, I'm gonna wait till you actually open that.
It's
Yeah.
the next impression of Reaper from Overwatch.
Alright, I go to open the door then.
Yep, and you open it. Hallister puppet's still just making death threats.
Yep, alright, I'll walk through the threshold.
At this point, like, Brock has like scoured the previous room and is now getting Hootie to follow him into the next room and sees Beaker pecking at the Hallister puppet and is like, oh, and like goes running up and is like gently patting Beaker on the bottom, like, no, and like has a bit of meat like coaxing him away.
Yeah, if he got to the other room
just
of the
roll me a bit of a dex check real quick, Ben?
Oh god. Okay. I mean, Dex
Yeah.
is good. Okay.
So
that's
yeah, I'll just say for posterity, if since Aaron got to the other side,
Okay.
then fine. I'm
So you
following him
don't-
now.
Yeah.
So as you get there, Beaker just sort of pulls out a piece of the puppet, just pulls a piece off of the puppet with his beak, and the puppet collapses onto the ground and bursts into flames.
Oh no!
And you just hear a voice, "Ah! Now who will find the cure to filth fever?"
Ooh.
To what?
Filth fever.
Okay. Well, Brock isn't even paying attention to
And
anything.
the
He's
Hallister
like-
puppet's just there burning.
and I'm all Brock. Brock doesn't care about anything. All he's doing
Burning
is
some
making
nice
sure.
green flames.
Green flame. I'm just making sure that Beaker's okay. I'm like making sure Beaker's not on fire. I'm like patting, making sure everything's okay, and that Beaker's like not in any way hurt.
Oh my god. Yep, the rest of us
Beaker's
are like
fine.
completely done with
yeah.
this room.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's press on down this bit of hallway then.
Yep.
Yep.
Doorway or hallway?
Good question.
Let me have a quick peek around this corner. That's the hallway.
Definitely a hallway. We can go in this room here.
I'm very engrossed in this puppet room, making sure that the owlbear's okay.
Yeah, it makes sense just to go through the door we've come across rather than
Yeah.
traipsing further in, so...
Yeah.
One of the owlbears just sort of starts nuzzling your face with its face.
Oh. I'm giving them little smooches and pets. And I'm giving them both little bits of meat.
Brock, where are we? Oh,
Hello.
you're over there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I need to
Need to move yourself up.
myself. But I'm in the house or puppet room with the two
Yeah.
owl bears. So did all of you guys go into the room?
Yeah.
We've all gone
okay.
through that room. We're now...
Okay. So I'm gonna come through into the next corridor and realize I don't know where anyone is. And I am gonna 1 second. Okay, Brock's gonna start walking down the corridor with his owlbears.
Yeah, we haven't gone into the next room yet. We've just
No,
gone
we
through
haven't
that
gone-
room that you're
Okay.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, because if you had already been in the next room, Brock would have just been wandering down that with his
No.
owlbears.
Yeah.
No. Do a
We have
quick,
not gone.
Trap check.
Trap check.
quick trap check. You never know.
check.
I should be over here to help with the with the trap check.
Yeah.
Crap check.
24.
Nope. I only got
22
a
from
5
Lucan.
on my assist.
So yeah, you said 24.
Yep.
You don't see any traps. You're just yeah.
Yep. All right. Open the door.
Oh, I did bugbears and intellect devour.
Huh.
Alrighty. Well, there's definitely some dead things in here.
Yep. 3 dead bears and a intellect devourer.
Oh.
We've come across the things enough to know basically.
Yeah. Alright,
I mean,
let's
as soon as Brock is in this room, he's gathering up more meat to feed to the owlbears if there's any meat left.
Oh my god. Anything of note in the room other than the dead things?
You would notice that this appeared to be some sort of a base camp of sorts. The room's strewn with rotten supplies and the remains of a fire pit.
Right, okay. Maybe it was the bugbears
And
camp.
obviously the 3 bugbear corpses and the intellect devourer corpse, which have obviously been dragged over to that corner.
Yeah. Alright, well, nothing
Have
seems
I
to
seen
stand
these
out to me,
corpses
so
before?
I'll just move
Can-
on up.
Can I do a check to see if I've seen these corpses before?
Yes, you
Or
can.
Oh,
Holy shit, that's a crit! I mean, technically that's still 16, but it's a crit!
You recognize all 3 of the bugbears. They went missing last week.
Do I know their name?
Do you?
14?
You believe they were all named Jimmy.
I'm like,
For convenience.
Brock looks over, and as he goes over to like start collecting meat, he's like, Jimmy! And he's like, and he kind of like looks at them for a second, and he's like, fucking idiots, and starts taking bits of meat.
Oh dear me. You guys are nuts. Yeah. I'll pass through if there's nothing of note in the room, so
yeah.
Yeah.
let's all head up. Yo.
No, jump on the meat.
Okay, there is a corner.
Mhm.
Yes? Corners are nice.
Yes, they are.
Ooh. Oh.
And it
Well.
just leads back
Oh.
to the corridor the other way. Okay, that's easy enough.
Cool. In that case, headed south then.
Yeah.
What about this hall here?
Yeah, there's a
Down
little
the
hall off
whole
to the right
offshoot
there.
of this. Yeah.
No, no, luck. That's probably not going to be anything.
Lizy, with your passive perception,
Let me get.
something seems off.
Oh lord.
Oh, where you're pinging.
You said here. Where do you ping?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go
Well,
ahead.
here. I was pinging down
Yeah,
here.
I know. My thing scrolled and I didn't want it to. Okay, so I'm going to point it out to everybody and start to investigate.
Okay.
And that's a nat 1.
Strong.
Cool. I found something. I don't know what it is. Mod 1.
That's a 3.
Mod 20, you said, Bryn?
Yep.
Okay. You just sort of are padding along the wall and...
Oh, hey. Secret passage.
Secret
Ooh.
tunnel.
What's in here?
Let's find out.
So... Embedded in the middle of the room's north wall is a stone archway, similar to two you've seen before, I think?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And its frame is engraved with images of falling coins. The keystone has a tiny slot in it.
It's a coin-operated portal. Huh.
Alright.
Not gonna lie. Was not expect. I was expecting and not expecting something like this.
I'm
I'll
curious. Who
I'll
are
go
you
up
in
to
the
it
hall?
and put a gold coin in then and see what it does.
Okay, you put a gold coin in the slot.
Yep.
And the gate opens.
Cool. So now it's activated.
We probably won't be able to go through it, and it's probably going to lead to a later, but it's there.
I'll beckon Brock and be like, "Yo, you want to try going through there?" Just because I want to see how it
Brock?
reacts.
Brock will catch up. Brock will catch up, and you'll have the owlbears waiting in the corridor, and he sees the gate open. And would I know this gate or where it goes?
Doubtful.
Not.
Because you're not likely not smart enough to even know here in
Yeah.
the first place.
I'll be looking at it, and is Aaron standing close to the gate?
Not that close.
Would he be close enough to push into it?
Potentially.
I want to try push him into it.
Oh god.
Roll strength. Strength athletics.
Oh god.
Versus Aaron's dex.
So that's a 27 because I got a crit.
Aaron, you need to crit to save from this.
Nope.
So, conveniently timed, I'll point out. Brock pushes Aaron right as the gate closes and just drops him into the stone wall.
I
The
turn
gate
to
stayed
him,
open for about a minute.
like, seething, like, super angry. Like, what the fuck were you doing?
Brock looks and goes, huh? I think Fairy Boy closed gate with face.
Why did you push me?
You want to send Brock through? Brock not messing with Mumbo Jumbo door. That Fairy Boy.
You could have just
I mean,
said, no, I
honestly-
don't want to do it.
Well, me think it presumptuous of you to send Brock through.
Do you understand that word?
Sign.
Oh, in fact,
Meanwhile,
I'm
what
gonna
is
take,
going on?
in fact, I'm gonna take
what is
all of
going
that
on?
back after I push Aaron towards the door. Brock has just left the. I've walked in, I've seen Aaron standing next to the door, I've gone to push him in, and then I've gone back to the owlbears in the...
I'm just gonna gesture for Aaron to step aside out of the portal real quick, and I'll put a coin of my own in there, just for scientific method posterity.
Yeah, you put a coin in the slot and the gate opens again.
All right, and I basically wait and time it.
And a minute passes and the gate closes.
Now the interesting thing is, like, none of the other, like, closed, right?
No, they stayed open.
I kind of want to try it.
Gonna slot another coin in, and this time I'm try and toss a rock through it.
Yeah. Well, the rock goes through.
I'm gonna try and gingerly, like, stick my hand through it. Try to anyway.
You
This is
try
where you time
walking
it
up
wrong.
to the portal and you just get stopped about
Yep.
5 feet away.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to know. Okay, guess I'm on my own for dinner.
And, yeah, I'm just back with my owlbears. I'm feeding them bits of the jimmies.
Okay.
Looks like we can
Well, regardless, assuming that there's going to be a paired one like this later on, this is one we're going to have to pay to literally use every time.
Yeah, which is fine.
So, shall we continue?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Just head south. Let me know if I miss it.
Okay.
I mean, there is an offshoot to the right.
Yeah. Check out this one next.
Yeah, I feel like, you know what, if you guys were all hanging out in that, Brock would have already just headed down that right-hand side path to see what was down there and would have been, like, in that little T point at the corner of the T with you. Just wherever is Brock would have been there.
Okay. I will, well, I assume you're already kind of leading the way, so I'll just let you sort of lead the way then.
Yeah. So, Brock is just wandering down this corridor with Beaky and Hootie. Does he see anything in the corridor to this corner at the bottom?
He doesn't see anything in the corridor right now, no.
Well, he's gonna keep going around that corridor then until he sees something. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a room.
And as you start to approach this room, you hear music. Rather somber music.
Somber music. Ooh, do I recognize the instrument?
Let's have
Doubtful,
the
but
Terry's
let's
dead.
see.
Okay. Let's find out. No, he doesn't. He does not. Because that was a 4.
And I'll take a track at it as an instrument. That's an intelligence check. 13.
13. You don't recognize it by sound, but by the time you got caught up to where Brock is, you would see in the middle of the room is a harpsichord made entirely of bones.
Oh,
Tasty.
okay. So, can I
Approved
see
by
who's
Carg.
playing it?
And the harpsichord seems to be playing itself.
Huh. Okay. Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything else in the room at all?
you don't even need to make a perception check to see that where you're standing, you can't see anything.
I guess
But
I
you
will.
also can't see all the walls where you're standing.
I will move just a little bit into the so I can like see the whole room and make that assessment.
Yeah. On the north wall, however, you would see... I lost the pic. There we go. On the north wall, you would see a single measure of musical notes.
Oh, really? Does can I try play it on my bagpipes?
Question: can you read music?
Surprisingly enough, I believe he's actually proficient with musical instruments.
I'm proficient with the bagpipes.
Yeah, you can be proficient and not be able to read music. No?
Yeah, you can play by ear
technically a
normally.
language.
Yeah.
Is music technically a language, and can I read that language?
Because like you could be proficient with the instrument, but play it by ear most of the time, kind of thing. You never
Yeah.
actually read any like
There are
written music.
There are
Yeah.
there are plenty of musicians that don't know how to
So-
lick a sheet music.
Yeah.
Just roll me a performance check there
Okay, I need to double check.
before I even say
That-
if
okay.
you can read the music or not.
That's a 24.
A 24. Okay. You believe you're reading the music correctly, and you're definitely playing what you intend to play.
Whether that's
Okay.
the same as what's written there.
Two
But
questions.
nothing's happening other than just now there's bagpipe music.
Does it sound like the harpsichord, like the same thing the harpsichord's playing, or does it match with the harpsichord or anything
It
like
does
that?
sound similar.
It sounds
it's-
similar. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll go and
do
like.
do you move at all while you're doing this? To
Um,
get a better view of the wall?
Yeah, I suppose I would be approaching the wall playing it to try to get a better look at the music.
And Aaron, right when you step there, the
Yeah.
harpsichord stops playing.
Crap.
Oh,
I have a basket.
I like to think that when the music stops playing, you just hear that the bagpipe music's playing and you just hear as I stop playing, as the harpsichord stops, and I'm looking very nervously at the room.
Tractor!
That would be the best thing.
His helmet of comprehend languages just translates everything to
Sing it to
music.
sheet music. Oh my god, yes.
So
Oh. Okay.
running theory then seems to react to elves.
Where is the harp? It's in like the middle of the room, so like here.
It's in the center.
Yeah.
And right about whenever anyone stepped here, where
Yeah.
I just moved you now, or here where Lucan is
Yeah.
when it stopped playing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think we have to play it on harpsichord.
So can Brock just once the harpsichord has stopped playing, can I keep playing the melody that's on the wall and walk towards the harpsichord?
You can.
You can, I just don't think it's gonna help.
I would like to do that. That's Brock's
You
reasoning
stand
right now.
right next to the harpsichord, playing the melody you've been playing, and nothing is happening.
Okay, Brock looks confused for a moment, puts his bagpipes away, and does he know how to play harpsichord? Could I figure that out?
Anyone with proficiency with a musical instrument stands a chance at this, according to
Okay.
the book.
Okay, so performance again?
Yes, performance check. No proficiency though, since you're
No
not proficient with the harpsichord,
Okay,
and you
so,
don't have proficiency in performance.
Okay, I do have proficiency.
Oh, okay. So you get that, just no proficiency from the
Yeah. Okay.
instrument.
Okay. That is a 19.
Okay, so as you're playing, you get it almost right, but you hit the last note just slightly wrong,
Oh well, rip Brock.
and the flesh on your hands starts to melt away.
Oh
Oh!
my god.
Brock is screaming and running around.
And you take 24 necrotic damage.
Oh!
And by the time it ends, you're just left with 2 skeletal hands that still work.
What was it? 24? You say?
Yes.
Oh!
Bone hands.
So
Brock is
congratulations. Brock now has skeletal hands.
Brock is screaming. He's just like
And know
roaring.
that is not reversible.
Brock is just roaring in pain from this and is running around the room like a maniac, like holding his hands out in front of just
Alexa, stop.
So Brock like just permanently has skeletal hands now.
God damn it.
Okay. Well,
Anyone
He's like,
else have
"Go!"
proficiency with the musical instrument?
He's like
Nope.
running around the room
Nope,
screaming,
nope.
and then he like he's running around this room screaming, like, and then he's like holding his hands up to people's faces, and, like gesture like.
Alright, man.
I'm literally gonna pull my trunk up. Like,
okay. Well,
Why is it always Ben's characters?
God damn it.
However, the harpsichord's still in perfect shape, so you could theoretically try again.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Question: Is anyone gonna?
I mean, I think Ben's the only one that has proficiency in a
I'm the
musical instrument.
And
So
Brock's
he'd be
not
the only-
touching it again.
So he'd be the only one that
What do
could
you mean?
try.
It's not like you're gonna lose your other hands.
Brock is in
What are
shock
the
right now.
hands?
He is like
Exactly.
he doesn't know how to deal with it. He's like freaking out right now and doesn't know what to do. Maybe he would try if he wasn't currently freaking out about his lack of hands.
I mean, you could also just totally take another 20 vision down to you.
Yeah.
Which
I just don't know what to hell.
I do not want that. Brock is like just standing in front of you all, screaming, holding out his hands.
So I don't know about you,
I'm
but I
honestly
think
imagining it's gonna go down.
And
like,
Lizzie, at this point you had finally noticed that Brock's helmet isn't glowing.
Okay.
And you realize it probably hasn't been for some time now.
Yep, quite a while.
Half an hour
And-
to be exact. There's been half
And-
an hour where he's not been able to understand anything anyone said.
Yep, and this has happened.
wait.
That's
So
why I've
how
been
did
so
he
focused on the
understand
album.
me telling him to go through
That's
the
why
portal?
he retconned it.
Okay.
That's why I
That's why he
retconned it.
retconned it.
That's why I retconned it and said that. So the retcon was that he was confused, thought you wanted to go through it, pushed you, and left the room. That's why I retconned that.
because he
Oh.
literally couldn't understand you, so that exchange couldn't have happened.
see,
So
for the rest
at
of the
this point, I'm
campaign,
gonna kind of like walk up to Brock and point, hoping
I'm
maybe he'll be.
I'm literally just
not
imagining for the rest of the
freaking out
campaign,
enough
Brock's
So-
gonna
to
like forget
realize.
about his hands, and then
Yeah.
like
And then he'll just look down and start screaming.
Yeah, so like when Lizzie points at her head, Brock is still like freaking out about his hands, so he just like puts his hands out and puts his hands on Lizzie's head, thinking that Lizzie's like, put your hands on my head and it will help.
No. No. Hold up. Okay. That's a 21 to sidestep him trying to touch my head.
You are successful.
I kind of like fumble past you, and then I look really confused because I'm like, what the fuck did Lizzie move?
And then I'm gonna like point at your helmet.
And then I'm gonna kind of like go to look up and like be like, oh, and then kind of like focus a minute, and it's gonna start glowing again.
and then
And he's
you're
gonna
start
go-
screaming.
He's just
I'm
gonna
just-
go
I'm-
heal.
I'm just gonna turn around and say, this is what you get for pushing me earlier, and then just start walking away.
He's gonna go, you wanted push! Why are you angry? Han!
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I think me and Dan are looking at each other. I don't think either of us to even remotely come close to fixing that.
He's like, stop pain!
Well, we can stop the pain. We can stop the pain. I just don't think.
Don't care about hands! Pain!
Here's my question: does like where his hands rotting away stop? Does it like slowly look like the flesh is rotting less as it goes up his arms?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, big baby. I'll see if I can end your pain. And that's when I firebolt into the face.
Put you out of your
End
misery.
his pain forever. Same way you ended Terry's pain.
And the same way you ended
oh.
Egra's pain.
So yeah, I cure you for 16 health. Hopefully that at least stops the pain.
Yeah. I will take that 16 gladly, and the
Yeah.
pain kind of stops. And
The
Brock
pain
kind of like,
stops, but his flesh isn't even remotely fixing itself.
Oh, yeah,
aside
I
from
know.
His previous injuries.
oh yeah. So Brock kind of like catches his breath, like the pain has stopped, he's feeling good, and he's now like looking at his hands. And give me 1 second. Brock thinks this is awesome. Brock, now that the pain is gone and he's actually looking at it, he's like the wrist bone part right where his flesh starts to go into his arm again. He's like kind of like poking the bone and looking at his hands, and he's like, me have lich power.
Sure, let's go with that.
Alright,
I'm
guys,
like already
so-
left the room at this point. I'm like, no, I'm
So wait, what was it exactly that you said to Brock before you stormed out?
I understand. Like I say, this is what you get for pushing me earlier, in reference to the pain that you were receiving.
I am gonna run in front of Aaron and hold my hands out as if I think I'm casting a spell, and say, "Ah, you be cursed."
All right, guys. So it's 5 o'clock right now. So what's the call? Do we keep on exploring this floor, or do we just call this floor a wash now and just move on?
That depends. How curious are you about what's down that last hallway?
I don't know, considering we just found a fucking harpsichord.
Yeah, let's like.
It melts the flesh off your hands. I think I'm 100% no right now.
Yeah, like there's a big black area here, sort of like in the middle, which I assume like there's still plenty we could explore in that area. Particularly because
Yeah.
there's a pathway that leads to it over here and a pathway over here that both lead into
I
it.
will let you know.
But-
you have explored enough that I will be willing to give you the level up when you
Like-
get to the next floor.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm really bothered about it, because I wasn't really that bothered
Yeah,
about coming up back up this way anyway.
If we've explored enough for the level up, then I think I would be willing to call this the next floor kind of thing.
Yeah, same.
Okay then.
Brock is now
In that
convinced
case-
that. Continue.
They walk back to the stairs after deciding maybe we shouldn't explore the rest of this floor.
Actually, let's not explore the rest of the floor too. It's a silly place.
So
and we leave the group off at the staircase to the down to the 3rd level.
So the entire time through the dungeon, walking back to the 3rd floor stairs, I am incredibly focused on the owlbears, making sure they're okay, and I am constantly, quote unquote, putting curses on Aaron, cursing him with various things like bad gas and cheese breath and things that I just think that would really annoy him, because I'm really salty about the fact that in his head Aaron wanted to be pushed into the portal, and then Aaron has gone back on that, so he's just like, wow, what a dick, and has been putting all these quote-unquote curses on him because he thinks his hands have lich powers.
And like knowing full well that it's doing literally nothing to me, I'm just ignoring him.
But yes, we leave off with them about to head down to the 3rd level. And that's where we'll leave off for a fair while, because as mentioned previously, we're doing 2 floors at a time of this dungeon, another campaign, then another 2 floors, or something along those lines at least, because this is a rather long dungeon, as you've noticed.
So,
this being what,
that
session
means-
13?
Yeah.
And that means next session. Shit, I will start taking us through an Eberron camp.
Okay.
And y'all can get started on character creation immediately. 'Cause creation guidelines and
Yeah.
Yep.
and the
Figure out what I'm
DM.
doing with that.
Hell, Chris actually already gotten his to me, so what's else excuse?
My excuse is that I was busy this past week.
My excuse was I thought that it was going to be the War of the Night Stalkers.
Yeah, like my excuse was I was like, oh, I thought Chris was doing the next one.
Yeah, no.
Chris is
Originally,
building his
Chris
entire
was.
own world and stuff for his. He doesn't have enough time to get things ready.
That's fair.
And like with like revamping Call of Cthulhu sanity rules and shit for it as well.
It's taking a lot more work than he thinks.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I see. I figured you were just going off of the book. That's why I was like, yeah, Chris could do it.
You see, the original plan was just to do Curse of Strahd, and then I
Yeah.
started having other ideas, which led to
Yeah.
more ideas.
I feel like because you haven't DM'd anything, you should probably just go from a book to begin with. But I mean, it's your call.
I'll be frank. I basically never DM'd out of the book.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, has
It
their own thing.
really just depends on what style of DM you will be.
Yeah. All right.
Because if you're... Well, yeah. Rob wants to end the stream.
Yeah, I should wrap up. If you haven't already done so, you should follow the channel and all that jazz. Join the Discord. I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah. Hopefully next week we'll be Are you ready to start next week, Bryn?
Yeah,
Okay.
I basically
Okay.
have all the baselines for what I want, so I just need first.
So hopefully next week we'll be starting up with that, and I would say Ben will understand what it's like to have a DM other than me. But he already knows that thanks to Starfinder.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what I'm like.
I have 2 level ups to do for my characters and a new character to make.
Yep.
So yeah, like say next week we'll be doing something a bit different. So look forward to that. Between now and then, I'm gonna be finishing off my Undertale kill all my friends run. I hope.
Assuming you have the skill.
Assuming I have the skill to do it, because Jesus Christ. And on Saturday, we'll be finishing off Minish Cap over on Zach's channel. So that's a fun time. too.
Well,
I might
most
also
likely
go ahead and-
finishing it off.
I might also go and float here sometime this week. More than probably next week, though. I'm gonna start streaming again solo on my channel.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
And I
the-
plan on streaming a little more once the Mega Man 0/ZX collection releases. Because
Yeah,
I through that on easy mode because I'm not a madman.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's part of the reason why I want to get back. Also because I want to stream a playthrough of Sword and Shield, so that when the DLC drops, I can stream that.
Yeah. So with that all said, thank you so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.
I